everyone. I'm Kristen Maddox, your Public Information Officer, and we have a very important guest here today for Vaping Awareness Month. Kylie Savoy is here. She's the Project Director for the Quit Doc Foundation, and she's going to share some information with us about vaping. Kylie, nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It's always great to come out. I know we did this last year, and it's always good to, give a little refresher on vaping.
Definitely, and we're looking forward to having you at the board meeting as well for the proclamation, which we've made like an annual tradition now, which is wonderful. So
yes, we will be here on October 26th for that Vaping Awareness Month proclamation. I know all the SWAT kids are looking forward to it.
all right.
Yeah. So, we can go ahead and jump right in. I know vaping continues to be a big topic in this county. Last year, it was reported in the survey that about 17% of kids between the ages of 11 and 17 here in Indian River County are currently using e-cigarette devices. So, about approximately 1 in 5 youth. And so that number is alarming. We are concerned about it. However, I do want to give, parents a little bit of hope right here at the beginning. That number is decreasing from what we saw the previous year. The last time I was here, we were at 22%.
Well, hopefully that's due to some of the awareness that Quit Doc Foundation is bringing to our community.
Yeah, all our great community partners, the Substance Awareness Center, the Safer Coalition, and the school district have really done a great job, and all our parents at home who are having those difficult conversations about vaping and really, learning about it and being here today is really a big step in helping those numbers go down.
Absolutely.
So in terms of vaping, I think one of our concerns is these products are still so new. We truly do not know the long-term health effects of these products. So for those of you who may not know, e-cigarette devices are basically an electronic cigarette. They have a battery, a heating element, and then a liquid. That liquid has high concentrations of nicotine. So most e-cigarette devices have about 1 pack of cigarettes worth of nicotine. So that is our main concern because the brain is still developing. We know that the brain continues to develop until you are about 25 years old, and introducing a very highly addictive chemical like nicotine while your brain is still developing causes some issues. We'll have students who have difficulty learning, paying attention, and it really is a chemical that causes a negative reaction in your body. So you need it to feel normal. That's what fuels the addiction. People feel the need to keep using it because without it, they don't feel like they normally would.
What are some of the side effects of vaping? Because I've heard around that aggression can be one of them, some pretty bad stuff for our kids to be going through.
Yeah, so essentially nicotine causes that reduced impulse control and it causes mood swings. So if you think about the time that most teenagers are in the 11 to 17, you're developing, trying to figure everything out, it's already kind of, a messy situation. And so when you add nicotine to that, it's just going to exacerbate what's happening. So it's going to make everything worse. And then, we have some concerns because there's other chemicals in there like propylene glycol, which is an oil that we traditionally use in cosmetic products, body washes, shampoos, conditioners. That makes up about 75% of these products. And that's an oil that you are inhaling directly into your lungs. So that's obviously a concern on, if you're going to be able to breathe to your full capacity, you're going to probably have some breathing and asthma-like symptoms. And this is especially concerning for our athletes who are tending to vape more and more as we're starting to realize is a popular subsection.
All right. And so I guess, what are some of the signs that parents can look for if they suspect that something's changed with their child?
So, and that's always the difficult discussion is it just them going through stressful situations or is there a larger problem with nicotine dependence? So really looking for signs that they're having difficulty concentrating and focusing, if they're having, problems with sleeping or they seem distant, like if every hour they start to get a little checked out, it's probably because they're waiting for their next fix to feel normal. So again, those are symptoms that we look for and we see in teenagers who are experiencing high amounts of stress. So it's almost important to just keep having those regular conversations about vaping because, they may just be experiencing stress and they might not be a larger problem, but also knowing that that could be the case as well.
Right. And I know there are some pretty serious consequences, especially for teenagers, from their point of view, from losing their license and having to take extra time in courses. Can you explain some of that?
Yes, so the legal age federally and in the state of Florida is 21. So you have to be 21 years or older to purchase these products. So if you are caught with these products and you are under the age of 21, you will be issued what is called a tobacco citation. And so this tobacco citation mandates that you attend a 5-week course, learning about the different skills and the dangers of tobacco that's provided by our partner, the Substance Awareness Center. If you don't complete this course, you do run the risk of losing your license until you complete the course. And if you don't have your license, you will lose the right to get your permit until you complete that course. So there's some pretty heavy consequences there for being caught with these products.
Right, and I know that the SRDs around our football stadium on Friday nights, they're always keeping a lookout for, unfortunately, students making some bad choices. There's a lot of students there making great choices, but it seems to be, a trend that is slowly going away, but not fast enough.
Yeah, and we have trained the SRDs to also, with the tobacco citation, provide cessation resources, so giving the teens the tools to quit. We do know that a lot of teens who are vaping do want to quit. They started back when it was popular in 2017, and now they're starting to realize, oh, well, this isn't good for me, but they're addicted. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It is a nicotine addiction, so we need to be able to provide them those resources.
Can you tell us a little bit about those resources?
Yes. So we do offer a program. It is a text-based program for youth who are interested in quitting vaping. All they have to do is text vape free to 873-373, and they will provide the basically evidence-based text prompts that go through, talking about how to quit, setting a quit date, giving them motivations and reminders. There will be like midday text messages that say like, hey, you're doing a great job, don't vape, which for some kids is a great motivator. It reminds them of like, oh, I am doing a great job, I don't need it this hour.
Right, and are vapes like cigarettes where a lot of times people have to wean themselves off of it, or just cold turkey stop?
So unfortunately, we don't have any nicotine replacement therapy that is authorized for people under the age of 18. So unfortunately, in their situation, it is a cold turkey stop. You can take the independent practice of weaning yourself off, but we always caution that can be very difficult with e-cigarettes because you don't necessarily have a marker to know how much you're using.
Okay.
Because in a cigarette, you can just count the cigarettes you have in a pack, know what you're using, but with an e-cigarette, it's so closed off, it's hard to tell.
Okay. And do you have any information about stores, gas stations that may be selling to underage children? Because I've heard of that happening quite a bit in Vero.
Yeah, so that is one of the other concerns is we need to have responsible retailers here in Indian River County. So we work very closely with the sheriff's office and the local police departments to conduct underage compliance checks. So an undercover officer and someone who is under the age of 21 will go in and attempt to purchase a product, and then that's how we can usually target the stores that are selling to people who are underage and give them that proper education of why this isn't okay. So we are working to actively combat that problem. There are some retailers that will slip through the cracks, but we work as an organization very hard to remind them that the age is 21 and it's very important that you don't sell.
Right, and it's important that our children don't sell as well, because I know that is happening. And do you know anything about the consequences? Is that like selling, would that be like selling any other type of drug on campus, or?
So typically if a student is selling products on school campus, there will be harsher penalties. I believe there is possibilities for suspension and expulsion. So we really try to tackle that on a case-by-case basis because it's just beyond using at this point. You are actively distributing the materials, which is not okay.
Right, right. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have any other information for us? You always have so much to share when you come. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so for parents who have students who are really interested in working against this problem, we have our Safer SWAT coalitions at 3 of the schools this year. So we have Vero Beach High School, Storm Grove Middle School, and Indian River Charter High School. And we also have openings on the county level for any student who is in grades 6 through 12. They are more than welcome to join. We really want to stress the importance of peer-to-peer education. And so really getting students involved in this fight against, the tobacco companies and the vaping industry, and have them be empowered to make choices and say no, and hope that their peers do as well.
Great. All right, well, thank you so much. And is that all? Do you have anything else?
I think that covers it.
Okay, all right, great. Well, again, we're looking forward to having you back on the 26th. Everyone can tune into our board meeting to see the proclamation being read. And thank you for being with us today for this very important Facebook Live, and have a wonderful day.